Alright, so I felt Raw, it just wasn't good enough for the go-home show to the Rumble. It just wasn't. It could have been a lot fucking better, but it just wasn't. So let's get right into it. Got Triple H coming out, or I think he was already out there when the show started. And Stephanie. He talks about the Rumble, summarizes it up. He says like there's 30 men, only one win, blah 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 blah. We already know this shit. It's like we're fucking people who've never, known the concept of the Rumble before. Then he's about to introduce Batista, and Orton comes out. Then Stephanie just plugs in the WWE Network for no fucking reason. If you go back and watch it, she's talking about some shit, and then she just randomly turns over to talking about the network. And then she says, "We announced it 10 days ago." 10 days ago. No, you didn't announce it 10 days ago. I think it was, I looked it up, it was 12 days ago. So a clear botch there. I don't know what the fuck are they thinking 10 days ago. They announced it on Wednesday. I think it was like January 8th. Today's the 20th, so yeah, that's 12 days ago. Then they're acting like the Cena's dad's, like Orton attacking Cena's dad. They're acting like the storyline's a big worldwide deal. They're acting like, everybody's freaking out over it. There's nothing to get all fucking worked up about. It just wasn't even that brutal. Yeah, they actually said the world was watching. What? I don't see the world fucking covering this story. I don't see fucking CNBC or whatever the fuck, the networks are, or Fox. I don't see them covering this fucking story. Then Steph and Triple H are bashing Orton for being vicious. Remember, a month or two ago they were praising Orton. They wanted him to be more vicious and brutal, but now they're bashing him for being too brutal. It's like, come on. They're just fucking doing everything illogical to the storyline. Then Orton complains about Batista and Brock and Cena like a pussy in his rematch. Although everybody gets a rematch, he's complaining about the rematch again. Triple H tells Orton to get better and makes Orton versus Kingston. Not a bad little promo there from Triple H. Because, Orton's crying like a bitch. It's like he's a champion, he just keeps crying. He can't stop crying. So I thought that little promo there to Orton was like the only decent part of it. Then Triple H says Cena will be arriving, and he can make the situation with him and Cena right. Orton can, and he says Orton will do all these things alone. And then Orton fucking, of course, it's probably, I don't fucking remember. I think he cried more and just crying for Orton. Why is he fucking crying like a girl? Then Batista comes out, says he's back to win the title. Cuts a little short promo, it was like a minute long. Just wasn't, felt like they could have done some better shit with Batista coming back. Could have made him a surprise Rumble entrant. But, this didn't feel like one of those unique moments you just mark out for. It just could have been better, I think. But so that segment pretty much, sucked until Batista came out. It was cool to see Batista back. But pretty boring segment overall until Batista came out. Then I started getting excited, But yeah, it was cool to see Batista back. And he's going for the title, so we'll see if he's good or not, if he's got ring rust or not. Then we get the Shield defeating the Rhodes brothers and Langston. Good match. It started out pretty slow. It was fast paced the last like 5 minutes of the match. Last couple minutes were pretty fast paced. There was a cool looking spot where Goldust did this. I think it was like a somersault. It was hard to tell from the camera angle, but he did like a somersault off the ring apron and onto one of the Shield members. Thought that was pretty cool. And then the Shield went on Rollins' finisher. Surprising there, Then I thought they would win with Reigns' spear, but Reigns ended up spearing Goldust, and then Reigns did the stomp finisher, whatever the fuck that is, on one of the, I forgot I forgot who he did it on, but they seem to be pushing Rollins. Maybe, I don't know if this is just a fluke or whatever, but whatever. I thought Reigns would definitely get the pin here if anybody on the Shield would get it, but I guess it was Rollins. They probably won't push him, actually, now that I think of it. It's just a fluke win, Although Rollins is the best member of the Shield, they're not going to do shit with him. Reigns is the guy they're going to do shit with. Let me get Bryan comes out. They don't even show his entrance, which I was pissed off about. They come back and he's already standing on the ring on the ropes doing this yes thing. And I'm like, why wouldn't they show his entrance? Good promo here. It's a pretty satisfying promo. I mean, it wasn't anything great or anything. But he explained his actions. Why he joined the Wyatts, what he was planning on doing. So that was good. Then Wyatt comes on the Titantron. Good promo. Calls Brian a traitor. He said, hug. I think he said like hug your mom or something, because everything you do from now on is your fault. So good promo from both of them. Brian explained his actions, decent there, and then Bray Wyatt cut a good promo. So good segment there. Then the show pretty much goes downhill from here. The first couple segments were good. Batista came back, a good tag match, good promo from Brian and Wyatt. But then it just turned into bullshit. Let me get Fandango defeating Woods. A 1 minute match, like 3 moves. It's like, really? I thought this was like the go home show of the Rumble and we're getting 1 minute matches. Are you fucking serious? Between 2 fucking gay ass dancers. Xavier Woods has no charisma at all. You just want to fucking punch him in the fucking face because he's so fucking annoying. Stupid right here. Sucked. This is just the bullshit that, they just gotta get rid of. Then we get Kane backstage with Stephanie. This was very, very retarded. Stephanie tells Kane to apologize, and Kane's, just acting like a pussy. Stephanie's like, oh, you can't put your hands on another superstar. They're just so anti-violent. That's what wrestling's supposed to be. Violence. Wrestling. And then they're telling people they can't do that. Telling people not to be vicious and entertaining and controversial. That's what makes ratings. That's what makes the show entertaining. Kane's acting like a bitch. It's like, is this the same person who fucking electrocuted Shane McMahon's balls? Is this the same person that tombstoned a priest and chokeslammed Eric Bischoff off a stage? It's like, this is the same person who's a demented monster from fucking the depths of hell. I think it's a different Kane. It's retarded. He's taking orders from fucking Stephanie McMahon. It's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Stephanie. And then he has to go out and apologize for CM Punk. Holy fucking shit. So then Kane comes out. He apologizes to Punk. Punk's like, I didn't hear you. And the regular Kane would fucking already, been beaten and, at least trying to beat up Punk. But no, Kane does it again. It's like Kane's been made into this one big fucking pussy. Then Punk attacks Kane. Then Kane's about to attack him and then Maddox comes out and tells him not to. Oh, so now Kane's taking orders from Maddox. Kane's listening to everybody. He's everybody's bitch. It's retarded. Let's see. Brad makes a match. And Billy Gunn. It's going to be Billy Gunn versus Punk. Actually, he didn't make the match. He did rock, paper, scissors. Punk defeated Billy Gunn. Basically a 2-on-1 match here with, Road Dogg being involved. So Punk wins with, like, no problems. It's like a 2-on-1 match basically. He just wins like that. Now it's like these people are supposed to be contending for the tag belts and they just lose. Basically a 2-on-1 handicap match to Punk. So this match was boring, Billy Gunn pretty old and shit. Still pretty decent though for his age, still has what it takes to be at least an alright wrestler. Probably, maybe not alright, but he's still, very good for his age and shape, but just not a good wrestler though, like in today's day and age. He's good for an old person, but he's not good compared to, what I want to see in a wrestler. So this match was pretty boring. Then Kane makes Punk #1 in the Rumble. Good, because I know Punk is probably, good with long matches like this. Same thing with Bryan. They should just do that. Punk and Bryan, 1 and 2. That would be pretty entertaining. Because Punk is going to go pretty long, so hopefully you can see some good wrestling from Punk in the Rumble. Then, get this Mae Young tribute. I watched this on SmackDown. Get a little tribute here. Pretty emotional, too. Then we get Del Rio defeating Mysterio via the armbar. Okay, a decent match. It was a little bit above average, maybe. It dragged out a bit. a botch with the Hurricanrana, you know, they're from, I think it was from Mysterio. They botched on SmackDown too. He botched him with that same spot, but then yeah, Del Rio ends up winning. Batista comes out. Spine Busters Del Rio. The Spine Buster looked like a bit weird, but the Batista bomb looked good. It was cool to see him do those moves. Hopefully he doesn't have any ring rust and can wrestle a good match still. But you know, the Spine Buster looked like a bit weird, but the Batista bomb was good. It's good to see him back. Happy about this, you know. Hopefully this feud is over. Hopefully he moves on to better things than fucking Del Rio. But a good, you know, cool to see Batista do his Batista bomb and Spine Buster again. Big Show comes out for a promo, does a shitty impression of Heyman. Calls out Lesnar. Lesnar and Heyman come out. Then they leave. They come back out. Then we get a brawl. It's like 30 seconds. Of course, Big Show beats Lesnar up again. I thought it cool how he threw Lesnar out of the ring, though. That was pretty cool. And Lesnar starts hitting, you know, chairs on the table, starts ripping apart the table. Just stupid. They're making Lesnar look like a pussy. At least they could let Lesnar get the best of Big Show at least once, you know. But no, of course, 2 times in a row he just looks like a pussy. So that wasn't that great. Show's promo was pretty boring. You know, the brawl, you know, it was only 30 seconds. I thought it should have been longer. Then you get this backstage segment on the app where they're having a party for AJ or whatever, and nobody comes, and then Bad News Barrett's like, oh, nobody came because nobody likes you. And then AJ starts crying. It's like, really? You're gonna cry because a jobber told you that nobody likes you? Then she tries to throw the cake, I think, in like Josh Matthews' face or some shit. She hits Tamina, and Tamina doesn't even get mad. Like, really? But, you know, it's like somebody just threw a cake in your fucking face, and you, I don't know, I guess it was a mistake though, so, but it was just retarded, alright? It was a bunch of bullshit. Me at Funkadactyls defeating AJ and Tamina, pretty boring. Naomi does have some talent, some cool moves from her in this match. I had no interest in this match. You know, AJ, the ending is AJ skipping around the ring, then she gets rolled up, retarded finish, retarded match. Usos defeat the Wyatts, a boring match with a few good spots, a couple of rest holds, and a botch where one of the, I think it was Rowan was trying to clothesline or something like that, clothesline one of the Usos over the ropes, and he missed, you know, he didn't go over. It looks fucking weird as hell. Then Bryan comes out, attacks Bray Wyatt, distracts, you know, the Harper and Rowan. Then one of them gets rolled up by the Usos, I forgot which one. But just not, you know, the finish wasn't that great. It's like, I've seen this before. Just a boring match here. Then we get Orton versus Kofi. Really, this is a fucking main event for the go-home show to Raw. Ends in a DQ because, oh, Cena arrives. You know, they're acting like this is a big thing. Oh, when's Cena gonna arrive? Oh, they keep showing the picture of the entrance to the building. Oh, there comes Cena. Oh, there comes Cena. Holy shit, it's John Cena. He's arrived. Oh, this is so big. There's Cena. He's, you know, it's like, come on. Let's not mark out for John Cena coming to fucking Monday Night Raw. And why is he showing up to his fucking job at 10:45 or 11 o'clock? It's like, you're supposed to come to the arena. You know, I hear wrestlers doing the interviews. You're supposed to get to the arena like at 2 o'clock or some shit like that. And Cena just shows up whenever he wants. For a guy who's supposed to be so dedicated to his job, he's showing up like 5 minutes before the show's over. It's like, what the fuck is that? I was laughing though how they were making a big, huge fucking deal about this. So then there was a botch, but the cameraman got in the way of Cena. Laughed at that. Cena's underwear was showing again, which I don't get. Then they brawl into the stands. It wasn't that great, you know, because when you go into the stands, it's hard to fucking move. Then Orton leaves in a car. It's like, what the fuck? He just gets in a car and leaves. And that's the ending. Cena comes back to the ring, starts, you know, music plays, and that's the ending. That's the ending to the go home show. That's the thing that's gonna wanna, you know, the last segment, try to get you to buy the fucking pay-per-view, but no, it was, you know, it wasn't good enough. It's not gonna make me wanna fucking watch the Royal Rumble. So just not a good enough show for the fucking go home show to the Rumble. So this show was pretty shitty. So there you go, people.